Straight to our final conversation. The intersection of justice and national security often places individual liberty under strain. This reality is illustrated by the rearrest of a former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, SAN, by operatives of the Department of State Services, DSS. Malami's swift rearrest followed his release on bail from the Kuje Correctional Center in Abuja. The former AGF had secured bail in a high-profile money laundering case involving alleged diversion of billions of naira, only to be taken back into custody by the DSS over fresh petitions accusing him of terrorism financing. Okay, from the high office of the Attorney General to EFCC custody to Kuje Correctional, facility, and now
DSS.
to the DSS, custody. Why was he rearrested, by the DSS? Let me start with you.
I think it's clear, EFCC's purview and the jurisdiction, it's about money laundering, it's about illicit financial, and everything that you want to talk about. And from their investigation and some other things, DSS discovered that, hey, this one is my purview, this one is my area. So don't let me distract him, let him get his bill, then I will start with him. So we're going to see cases running concurrently. That's the implication. So this is about, and it's very strong, issue of terror financing is not an issue that DSS will look away. Issue that has to do with, there are a lot of things that are throwing up now. I'm sure DSS hardly speak to the press nowadays. DSS just want to work. And I think that's smart of them, because we should be dealing more with secret policing rather than jumping in the media and telling us you are this, you are that. So for me, I think this is not out of place for him to be picked up, for him to come and answer questions that borders on issue of security, because there are a lot of things already flying now. Part of the things they've mentioned is that even some terrorists, that were within then were released. So these are some of the issues that are. So let's just wait for DSS or let the case begin. Then we will see all these issues.
Okay, but rearresting an individual after perfecting, bail. You don't see that. Can it be interpreted as, violating due process? Yeah. Because he perfected his bail. And immediately he did that, the DSS picked him. You don't think it's...
well,
I know you're not a lawyer, but do you think...
but the thing is, there's no time that they can't arrest. Because I think based on the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, one can be arrested anyhow and anywhere, even breaking of door. You remember what happened to Senator... Okorocha.
Okay.
You understand? So for him, they can arrest him anytime, and he knows. So, but for this,
it was the custodian of the law.
So, yeah, he knows. So, and for this, I heard there were petitions, written against him based on, possession, allegation of possession of arms and ammunition found in his house in Birin Kebi, and some other things, which K almost mentioned, which is that some people that he was alleged to have, shielded some terrorists, and some other things, especially those who were involved in all these Bureau de Champ, using money and all that. But that one is what EFCC will handle. But for this one was more about the firearms.
Okay, so these are new charges.
These are new charges.
So, because of the new charges, that's why
it was
by different agencies.
By different agencies.
Yes, by another agency, not the EFCC.
Yes.
Now, these are petitions. So it's left for him to go to the DSS. They will ask him questions. So they might even free him today. Depending on how he responds to the petitions. So Nigerians should just calm down, and wait, because most people are already saying it's politically motivated. Is this, is that?
Yeah, we hear that all.
So, but the thing is, he was once the custodian of the law, and the only thing they're asking is, okay, we know that you were the AGF then, but we heard this from some people, you know. Please, can you come and explain?
Clarify. Yes.
Okay. So he's just for him to explain, oh, I was not part of it. I don't know anything about it. And if the DSS is not satisfied, they can decide to keep him there or charge him to court. So it starts another round of, you know, of case for him in terms of allegation of possession of firearms or other things based on the petition and based on the investigation carried out by the DSS for them to have rearrested him, you know, outside the court. So Nigerians should just chill.
Now, his trial date is supposed to resume on the 17th of February. What should Nigerians realistically expect, you know, on the 17th of February, when the trial resumes? Is it going to be, has EFCC done enough investigation so that this doesn't lead to some sort of media trial? What should
Nigerians shouldn't expect anything but justice.
Justice.
And justice, I don't know what justice looks like. You understand? Justice could mean that, oh, the allegations were all false. Justice could mean that the allegations are all true. Justice could mean that 50% of the allegations are true. So we cannot preempt and we cannot, you know, be accused of subjudice. So it's about the law. The law will take its course. The only lesson for us is that no matter how high, how up you are there, you know, there will be a time where you will give account. So the account it will be given will be in the court of law. So how accountable, what is this level of stewardship matters. Because when we look at those things that have been mentioned, trust me, even if he has used 40 years in government, those things are too much to have been acquired. So like I said, they are all allegations. So the court will superintend over that and we will know what the true state is. So we are not, you know, calling him a criminal or not a criminal
until the court. Does this not send a lesson to public office holders that after service you might be called to question, to account?
So our public service people, they don't learn lessons. So for that one is not, they don't.
No, but this should serve as a deterrent.
Yes, he will still go, because the thing is, I feel that it is because our justice system usually don't hand down stiffer penalties for things like this. That is, if is found guilty. Remember, by our laws, you are innocent until you are proven guilty. It's not like the French that you are guilty before innocence. You know, you prove your innocence. You know, so for now, he has to now prove. But our justice system, sometimes by the time the judge will now say, oh, he's guilty, you will now hear the number of years, jail term. It might just be like a part in the wrist, you know, something very light. So that is why people will keep doing this. So, but when once somebody will look at it and then the judge or they go to the Supreme Court and say 100 years imprisonment with hard labor, or by him sweeping the whole of Birin Kebbi, you know, something like that for 1 month, and people see it, you know, something. So at least something that people will now know that it is a shame, because that is what we are refusing to do as a nation. When public officers steal in other countries, you see how they do them. So when you see public funds, you run away from it. You understand? But when once you go to because they know that, the judge, I once did business with him, or the judge is my friend, or both of us used to meet somewhere. I know that when once my case come to his table, he'll be able to just give me maybe 10 years or 5 years imprisonment, go there. Because he has been going up and down, or bail, and they add bail term to it. But when once we begin to make these penalties stiff, 50 years imprisonment, 100 years, maybe with 1 month of sweeping Oshodi, or 1 month of sweeping
community service,
you know, doing community service for 1 month, and everybody will see you. Then put a tag around you or something. You understand? Maybe that one will even deter people from doing this.
All right then, gentlemen. Beautiful one. Thank you so much for doing this with us. Kaidi Ladende.
Always a pleasure.
You had to come in at the last minute. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Asuko James.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for doing this with us. And that's it on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangouts on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga. Bye